hi. Don't click in and then leave. I really do have something very important to say. I wrote myself a little list that I would like to address, and friends and associates, all these people we have on our Facebook, and yet nobody would like or nobody would share. Makes you wonder if you really do have friends, doesn't it? It makes you wonder if actually your Facebook is being monitored, where you can't get your posts out. It makes you wonder if anyone's interested in you at all or anything you've got to say. Well, I have, because I'm cleaning up after people, the mess that is left behind when people do not assist somebody else, when they don't help somebody else. Hi, if you're joining me, say hi, and if you have anything to say, I'd love to. Anyone could come in and join in on my conversation. But I was saying about friends and associates, family, people you know. What are you doing to help somebody else? I put a post out the other day of somebody that was doing, a female that was pleading for her life. She's been stuck in a house for 17 weeks. Now I know I'm doing my part, and no one's listening. This is heartbreaking, and this could be a member of your family, and yet all you guys do is just click off of Facebook like my words are unimportant. I have posted also because I would like to see this lady out of this situation. This could be your mother, this could be your sister, this could be your auntie, uncle, this could be you. I know it was me last year. Many of you would have seen that I would have came on here live, and I was an emotional wreck. I was at the end of my tether, and when I needed somebody and some assistance, I saw who would stand by me. I saw who stand by me and who was important, and the rest of you just watched. And that's what's going on now, isn't it? Everybody's just watching themselves and so busy looking at somebody else, chasing somebody else's dreams rather than chasing their own, doing their own thing. You know, if you want change in life, that's got to start with you. And if you keep ignoring the people around you, then you really are blind and blinkered. Because when you shut your door, people are crying, people are stressed, people are depressed. Christmas is coming up. That's another worry. But while you're all worried about materialistic stuff, there are people suffering. And if it isn't, and hi Bobby, how are you? You see, it's nice to connect to people even if they're miles away. You know, those that matter at the end of the day, that have been there, you know, they'll check in on you every now and again. They're there, they'll support you. But when people don't support you, and you are in a state and you're depressed, you hide it. You hide it from the rest of the world. That's what I call a mask, because what goes on up here is so hidden, nobody knows how you feel. I am disappointed that I would put a heartfelt plea. I don't do this to get showbiz. I don't do this helping society or helping the community. I do it because I didn't want anybody else to feel the way I have felt in my entire life, being discriminated, having to fight my way just to be heard and listened to. And when things are going pretty cruel behind closed doors and you don't know what's going on, like for instance, like I said, the lady is 17 weeks, housebound, unable to get out of her flat. Well, that's a good job I went and took her out last week. Having to carry her down the stairs on my back, though. Just take her out for a day. Unfortunately, you know, I can't always be there. And the people that are supposed to be there is people like the GP, people like the ambulance, people like the police, people like the council. All of those authorities have a duty of care. And I can tell you they've done it. They've actually been very caring, actually. But the only one that's got I'm back. So the only one who's got the initiative to sort this out is the people that can move her. And we just pray that she gets moved real soon. It's cold outside, and there are people that are homeless. And that doesn't necessarily mean street homeless, you know, because it's excruciatingly painful when you're homeless in a situation that you need to get out of. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about support. Who are you supporting? What are you supporting? How come you don't support my stuff? I can tell you, I don't understand why people are on my Facebook sometimes. But I hope you learn by what I do, that I don't talk rubbish. I actually go and help the community. No, I bet, but who's there? Who turns a blind eye? Do you turn a blind eye? You see somebody struggling, do you turn a blind eye? Do you help? Do you know? Do you point them in the right direction? Do you get involved? Do you understand? Do you understand your friends? Why some people could just go off and go to the end of the bottle and get themselves in a state because they felt isolated and lonely and depressed. Do you know you played a part of that? Friends. When you start deserting your friends and you don't check in on your friends, you play a part of their depression. You could play a part of their cause for drinking. Yes, you could say, I never asked her to drink. No, but the situation did. The loneliness, the isolation. And you played a part of that. The community, you all play a part of each other's lives. All of you. It's like a domino effect. One fall, you all fall. And if you're not going to help someone share educated posts, if you're not going to help sign a petition that somebody has put on, like I said, I am doing all I can to help the lady out of the situation. Hi Lola. I am doing all I can to help this lady out of the situation. And I'm at the end of my tether, to be honest, because when someone's life is in your hands, when every organisation has failed you, who have you got? If I was not helping this lady would suffer. This lady probably would not be here. I have contacted the police. I have contacted the council. I have contacted the MP. I have contacted the social services. I have done it all to help this lady out of this situation. And nobody, they're writing letters. But I've done that too. They are writing letters. That's it. Meanwhile, week after week, the lady is at risk of being burnt alive. The lady is at risk of falling down the stairs. The lady is partially sighted. The lady has got poor mobility and she's got 26 stairs that she cannot get out of. at a front door. Please look at my posts. You will see there is a petition on the post also. Sign the petition. If nobody is listening, who does listen? Who is going to listen? So if I've raised the alarm and everybody else has raised the alarm, the police has raised the alarm, 7 safeguarding referrals for this lady, and still nobody is doing anything. 17 weeks is unacceptable for a lady to be housebound, trapped inside of her house where she cannot get out anymore. That's disgusting. I've been trying to raise my voice in a polite, educated way by emailing to these relevant parties and speaking on behalf of this lady. And I can't do this alone. Because if they're not listening, who else is going to listen? Meanwhile, this is why I created my project, which is the Mom Project, is to come in and intervene to those people that need support whilst they're waiting for everybody else to sort themselves out and offer that support. Otherwise, this lady would be alone. Thank God she's got the Mom Project. Because the Mom Project has been working side by side with the relevant authorities to try and assist this lady, and we're just waiting on the council now. So we pray that, come on council, sort it out. This lady is vulnerable. This lady has already had 2 strokes, and we don't know that if she gets stressed out, it could trigger another one. So my role is to keep somebody calm. My role is to find that I listen. I feel that pain though, you see. The pain of neglect. The pain when no one's listening. The pain when you're trapped. The pain when you're screaming out, please someone change my situation. You're screaming. Dear Lord. And then some of you will say, oh, I don't believe in him. But you know what? When you've got nothing and everything is gone tits up and you've got nothing left, you're stripped of everything. You're stripped of your home, you're stripped of your dog, you're stripped of your family, you're stripped of everything. You've got no belongings, you've got nothing. And you've got to start from somewhere. Where do you start? When every door is shut on you. It starts it's soul destroying. It starts to destroy. When no one's listening to you, it starts to destroy your soul. It starts to make you creep into a deep, dark, depressive state. And all sorts of things go through your head. How am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get through this? What am I going to do? Okay, I'll try here, I'll try that. Well, many give up. Many turn to something else. When you don't want to turn to the end. You want to live. Of course, everybody wants to live. They just want the situation, the painful situation, to change. They just want it to change. If you fight against somebody that can set the example, at the end of the day, you're not willing to try anything. You have to try everything in order to set that lifeline so you don't do something silly to yourself. So that's what I do. I help other people stay alive. I offer that support as much as I can. And you know, it helps me too. Why it helps me is because I was in that place and I can find a way out. All those that put me through hell, I forgive you. All those that don't support me, that's okay. Because sometimes, when the shoe's on the other foot and you need support, I just may be that person on the end of your lifeline. So what I am trying to say is, please look out for your neighbours. Please look out for your family and friends. Understand them. You don't own anybody but yourself. Nobody can get into your brain. Nobody knows your chain of thought. Nobody understands your vision of how you see things. So sometimes you have to explain things. Well, sometimes I feel I'm talking to a brick wall. I don't know what the hell is going on with you people nowadays. You're so wrapped up in your own lives, you forget the other people that are struggling. Naive to the real world. You'd rather sit there and watch Jeremy Kyle in the morning. I always refer to Jeremy Kyle. Now, Jeremy Kyle, I don't like it when you go up in people's faces. That I call is almost kind of like domestic violence. My ex used to do that. He used to get up in my face like that. And that's what Jeremy Kyle does. That's abusive, Jeremy Kyle. You shouldn't do that. Hi, Justin. It's been a long time. But I remember when I was on the research side doing Gary's Angels. And I'm so proud I did that. It showed me such... it was amazing. The people I met on the line, the support I got from you guys in my time of need, it was amazing. I never thought that I would be helping the homeless and then being homeless myself. I never knew that when I was on the camera, the other end of the camera taking these people's stories, I never knew that I would end up homeless. And that was the most hurtful, horrible, horrendous experience that I have ever done. But you know what? I'm grateful for it though, because it's made me a stronger woman, made me more determined to help other people that are in my situation. People don't know that I know a bit of the housing law. That's because having to fight my corner, I had to know the legislation. Now, if people didn't educate themselves a little bit more, then they would stop relying on the next person. Yes, we all need somebody to help us with knowledge, and we should help and share that knowledge. Don't hold on to knowledge. Give it away. It helps lives. Just, everybody's got a job to do. Everyone's got a job to do. I just wish people did it right sometimes. I just wish people didn't take the initiative behind a desk and think they could take matters into their own hands and discriminate somebody or treat somebody terribly. Discrimination is awful. Treating somebody like a second-class citizen, that's terrible. I don't care who sees this right now, but how I feel, and I was brought up in a diverse world. Should I say? My mother was white, my father was black. The other day, a black person said to me, crawl back in my cage because of my complexion. All my life I've been discriminated, one way or another, but it stops now. I won't accept it anymore. But the colour of your skin does not define who you are. We all bleed the same. So we should all help each other. I don't care who's done what to me. I forgive them, because to forgive them is to forgive myself. Furthermore, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know why I did the things I did. I formed coping strategies. I was in my own world. But I see the world for what it is now. And like I said, somebody asked me the other day to delete my past off my Facebook. being as I've turned entrepreneur, whatever that is supposed to mean. I'm just one woman who likes to help other people stay alive. Delete my past Facebook posts. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that, because that is a journey that it happened to me. I'm not that person anymore. I've grown in strength. What don't kill you make you stronger, they said. This time last year, I didn't really have a Christmas. I was so in a dark place, and I didn't even know if I wanted to survive anymore. But I'm here and I'm living to tell the tale. And the reason why I felt so shitty is because no one was listening. I'm in the same situation as what this lady is in right now. That's what I was in. Nobody was listening. I was in pain. Just wanted to be with my family support. I just wanted to be settled and in a steady accommodation, a stable accommodation. But that was made difficult. It's okay. You know, I might have suffered from that. But working with this lady that is not able, due to poor mobility, makes me think the strength in her, if I can get through it, she can get through it. The strength in her is amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, she's joined my project because we have no secrets. We're there to raise awareness in a healthy manner, and not here to hurt anybody or hinder anybody. She just wants to be free of the situation that is paining her, that is keeping her housebound and keeping her restricted. I know what that feels like. I mean, this time last year I was in a B&B, and I just wanted to move. I just wanted the stability. I wanted the freedom to come and go and please. And you can't do that when you've got restrictions on you. You can't do that. So all anybody wants is to have their own roof and to be able to come and go and walk out the door when they need to walk out the door. Otherwise, you might as well join the rest of the gang as a criminal, should I say, those who are incarcerated and live in a prison. Life is for living. You're supposed to get out there and enjoy life, not be stuck in a depressive mode and sitting there watching TV and every 5 minutes. You could be out there helping somebody else. Take the weight off the NHS. Take the weight off the services. And get in there like a community, you're supposed to, and get in there and help each other. But unfortunately, selfish people, very selfish. And I have to say selfish. I have to. We're not here to see what the world is about on our own. Yeah, okay, we are. But if you see someone who is falling, you should pick them up. Help pick them up. Then you're going to say, well, what if they don't want that help? Not if they don't want the help. They'll hit rock bottom and eventually they will ask for the help. But I'd like to say that before you hit rock bottom, start talking. Start asking for the help. This lady did. Took her 2 years though. Took her 2 years to come and ask me for help because she saw that I used to help other people. Well, I still do. Even for the midst of my own storms, I was still doing what I could, taking every last piece of my breath to help somebody. He didn't feel like it. I gave him that 2 minutes just to hear out. Sometimes their pain was worse than what mine was living. Their journey was worse than mine. Which then made me think, well, what am I got to complain about? Everybody handles pain differently. Everybody. Everybody handles pain differently. If you had a question for me, what would it be? Nobody fires questions at me, but that would be good. If you had a question for me, what would it be? One question. You've known my past. Here you go, Ali. Here's one for you. You knew my past, but you did not know who I am today. So my past, boy, it was manic. It was manic if I look back at it. It was completely manic. But what it is now is calm. And I've got a positive mental attitude. And I just don't want negativity around me. I don't want to get into any arguments with anybody. I just don't. Just stay away from. If you're negative, keep it away. I'm not interested. No. I've been around negative my whole entire life. I refuse to go backwards. I'm only going to go forwards. But while I'm going forwards, I'm going to make sure that I help other people, which is what I do. I'm undecided whether to turn it into a charity or something else. I'm not sure, and I pray for guidance on that. But I've got this project, and it's doing extremely well, and not everybody would like to be on it. Oh, I love you too. Not everybody would like to be on the project, but some people just sit on the sidelines and they watch and learn and take it in and absorb. And if somebody wants me, then I know I talk a lot, don't I? I was just saying, if somebody wants me, then they know how to get hold of me. So if I can help somebody, then I will help someone. But just know your rights, people. Know your rights. I'm going to come back to tell you something amazing another time. But I have had some amazing news this week. And that's amazing. But just support. If you see my post and I put anything out, I ask you to share. In fact, don't just share, copy it and put it on your wall. It will help me help this lady. It will help me help others too, because knowledge can do so much. And even if you don't want to help, there's always somebody else out there. Well, it said reconnect. So, okay, on that note, I am going to go. Support the community, support each other. If you haven't spoken to someone in a long time and they are on your brain, that works in a mysterious way too. Pick up the phone and call them. Stop texting. It's nice to receive a text, yes, but it's nice to know the voice. Let's listen to the voice. Hearing and speaking to somebody makes all the difference. Now I'm off to get chalk eyes. So take care. Whether you believe or not, God bless.